Um, okay, audio's working. Good stuff. All right, welcome back, Tigers. Today we are playing against the University of Anchorage in Alaska for League of Legends esports in the NECC conference. I am not quite sure which match this is, but I know it's going to be a good one. Right now we are just working over some of the bugs. We're starting a little bit later than we were supposed to because they're in a completely different time zone than we are, and so it was sort of adjusted to work for them. They're a couple hours behind us, so we were going at 8 instead of our usual 7. I'm a little restless. I don't know about y'all. Oh, looks like we are getting ready to start. I've been invited to the custom. I'm repping the wrong merch, bud. Yeah, I didn't have time to go home and change. My bad. Oh, you just want me to cover this? No, I'm good. Alright. So a little bit of a wonky game so far because we're missing one of our commentators. As you can see, Connor is not here, and he has offered us a little bit of draft advice in advance. I'm hoping that we are able to adapt just as fine without him. And yeah, we'll see how Jesse fares. He's the one manning the whiteboard right now. Chris is literally spinning in circles, so we're just ready to start. Everybody's restless. Probably shouldn't show you all this, but we are the only ones who are prepared. ECU is just that much better, that much more prepared. They did say that in their time zone, people were getting off class and work like 15 minutes before the game starts. So they were begging us to restart, but we are not staying here out all night. So yeah, it's a little bit later. Sun's down. Everybody's abandoned the UC. We're just a little bit probably gonna make a little bit of noise, but probably for the best that way because there's nobody else here. All right. Without further ado, let's kick off the stream with some Laldo. Coda is giving me some gnarly dance moves right now. But hold on, just thought y'all should get a little entertainment value out of that. All right. Let's start with some Laldo, if we will. Let's go, Tigers. Yes, ma'am. We are raring to go. So far, nobody else has joined, but all right. Let's guess today's league champion. Let's start with good old Garen. All right, he is male. He's manaless and melee. Top, so it's partially correct, which must mean it's flexed another role. Okay, so human, manaless, melee. Ooh, he's not human. Who's manaless, melee? Can also be played top. Partially human. Go away, ad. Going through my catalog of top characters in my head. Zach. I know he's not human, but he's a golem, really. Kled, good guess, good guess. Wait, no, he's a Yordle. Good guess, though. Alright. Who else is top? Set. Good guess. I guess grid is its own stat and doesn't count as manaless. Is it really set, Mason? Is it? But the release year is correct. It is 2020. Yone. Hey. Vlad. Vlad is super old. Alright. Scalpel. Surgeon Shin. I don't know. Ain't it? No. Scalpel. Cannon? Good guess. Singed. Cannon. I don't know. We're guessing cannon here. The amount of players who also tried this champion. Oh, yeah. Hey, there we go.
Scalpel!
Ow, that is very loud. My bad. Challenger mode. Well, there's missiles. I'm inclined to think Heimer, but I don't think that's right. I'll just guess it. Oh, looks like we got more people. Oh no, somebody left. It's the opposite of somebody joining. Out of the way, Ed. Rumble. No. Not sure if that's like a gas cloud or what. Are we all leaving? I guess that was the wrong custom. Alright. Looks like everybody else is finally joining. Renata, good guess. It is Renata. Which spell is that? I don't know Renata spells. Is that not her... Is that not her, E? Is that the thing that, like, displaces people? I don't know. I'm no Renata expert. Q? Oh, I was right. Why did I listen to you? Alright, looks like we were just about ready to start. Just waiting on a couple more people. Akshan. Dang it. Sivir. Yeah. Alright. Now we're just waiting on the draft link. That's Aviator Irelia. What? Yeah. Alright. Looks like we have a preferred draft site going on. You love to see it. Oops. And now we're just waiting on that link. All right, for those of you who are just tuning in, our draft might be a bit different. We don't have Connor here right now, and we're hoping that his advice pre-game will apply in the middle of the draft, but we just don't know. Sometimes things can happen in the game where we have to pick adaptably based on what they pick, so we are hoping that Connor prepared for every possibility. If this game lasts 5 hours, we can guess the next level. Does it reset at midnight? Oh, it does. Wait, no. It resets at 1 in the morning. That's weird. looks like we have those links coming up. Alright, let's pull that draft up now. Alright, we're just waiting for the ready from UAA. I've actually been to Anchorage. Very nice place. If you ever get the chance in your lifetime to go to visit Alaska, only visit though, it is very expensive to live there. I went to a restaurant when I was in Alaska, and it was like, it wasn't the highest quality restaurant in the world, but I got a cheeseburger, and it was $30 for cheeseburger and like a small handful of fries and a drink. Mind you, this is like a sit-down restaurant, but I don't think anything should be $30. Alright, looks like they're ready. Just waiting for both sides to ready up in the draft. Holy cow is right. Can you believe prices over there? Granted, they are paid much more than we are paid here, so it definitely matches up with the cost of living. Alright, it looks like we...
Are you live?
I am live.
I'll only be floating back and forth. Overwatch JV plays at 8:30, so I'm getting them started. So
Will there be another stream going at the same time?
I don't have plan to. Just because it's just you and I. So
Alright.
we would either be jumping back and forth or be by yourself.
Must have been a really holy cow at that price. Yeah, I don't imagine there's many cow farms going on in Alaska. Connor says, I want to see a banger draft. Me too, buddy, me too. It looks like ECU is leading with the Vlad ban. Vlad is very strong right now. There's a new Grasp W Max build where he just heals a lot. Infinite lane sustain. What are we saying? It says waiting. It's okay. All right. Next band ECU is blank. Oh, and it looks like I don't know what is happening. Okay. UAA. I'm just gonna say UA. UA bans Twitch. ECU with the Jarvan. Yeah, everything is really delayed. I am so sorry. This is website side issue. Yeah, it's showing like every other ban. Alright. UA bans Yone. Makes sense. Both Brecken and Coda have been playing it, looking for a nasty flex there. Next ban goes to ECU. We don't know what it is yet, but we'll be sure by the next ban. Looks like it is an Aatrox ban. I heard that their top laner plays both Aatrox and Riven, and that's a Brecken classic, so we all know how good Riven is. First pick phase. First pick goes to ECU, and we are locking in the Nico first. I'm so glad that it has that text on the screen, otherwise I would not have any idea what champion that is. Okay, it looks like we're narrating every little thing we do in there. Next pick goes to UAC Wolves. Looks like they're first picking Jin. Second pick also to UA. Let's see what they got for us. Past 3 series we've done, they've usually locked in ADC and support first 2. With how strong ADC is right now, you just want to get your comfortable picks in first before they ban it all. Yep, looks like they're going Jin Lux. We are most likely going to pick Chris here, but we will see if we have a more comfortable pick for somebody else since his Twitch got banned. Looks like we are locking in Brecken Syndra. Brecken has been playing it and against it a lot lately from what I have seen, so he is very comfortable. He knows how the champion works. Very mechanically into it. We've seen him bully people out of lane time and time again. It looks like we are locking in Chris's Ashe now. Chris has been talking about wanting to play Ashe since the start of the season, so it's nice to finally see him play it. W pick, big fan. Next pick goes to UAC Wolves. We're running down the clock here. And it looks like they pick absolutely nothing. It didn't lock. Oh, they picked Cassiopeia. Next ban goes to UA in the second ban phase. ECU insta locks a ban. I can't see either ban right now, so we're flying blind. Okay, they banned Coda's set. And it looks like we banned Mordekaiser. Sorry about this again. This is just draft side issue. They banned Nunu, and we finished off with a Riven ban. All right, some pretty heavy flex picks have been banned here. Dr. Mundo and Yon from UA. It looks like Jesse and Coda have been playing Mundo, and Coda and Brecken have been playing Yon. So they've just been looking to flex whenever necessary. Next pick for UA is going to be Poppy. Very strong support pick right now. Not sure if it's jungle or support, but equally strong in both roles, more so in support. First pick on ECU side goes Ivern for Jesse. ECU has next pick. They'll be locking in for Coda. I've been seeing a lot of Yorick lately, so we'll either see Yorick, Alawi pick here. Definitely heavy on AD because Chris is the only AD right now. We're waiting until the last second to lock in, and we're locking in the Alawi. I'm very excited to see how much of a side lane threat Coda is going to be. And I'm hoping for some more good clips we can farm, promote engagement for the team. It looks like they are locking in Karma last band or last pick. So it looks like Poppy Jungle and Karma top. Their third pick was Cassiopeia. Also, it looks like somebody has messed with the settings that I perfected last stream. So if y'all have any suggestions for mic audio, just let me know. Let me know if it's quiet or anything. Dang, that sounds scary. I'm not gonna lie, that sound cute scared me. Alright, we are back in. They are anti-dash comp. It is very lucky for us that we have... Well, I guess we do have more dashes than I thought. Alawi's W counts as a dash, or a leap, I guess, but still blocked by Poppy's W. Then there's anyone who autos somebody after Ivern Q, and then there's Ivern Q recast. So yeah, I guess we do have more dashes than I originally thought. It's definitely anybody's game for who outpokes who, but I think for longer, more sustained fights, our comp wins here. Does Alawi W proc Poppy ground? Yes, it does. Luckily, Coda will not be laning into Poppy. I do believe it is Karma top. If it is anything else jungle, I will be very surprised. Alright, now we wait for spectator delay. And this is the segment where I would normally ask Connor how he feels about the draft, but he is currently chatting right now and abandoned me. I'm kind of sad, but we win those. If we look at it from a pick by pick perspective, I do think that Coda has more laning power top lane. Jesse will definitely struggle a bit into the Poppy. They should have called Laldal Yordle. That's actually a good point. I'm guessing Yordle's already trademarked, so I don't think that they could have done that. All right. Anybody in chat have some insights for us?
Yeah, I'm on to. Watch me stutter every other word. Yo, what's good?
Oh, will you be joining us?
Yes, sir. Going co-star.
All right. Looks like we got ourselves another commentator.
Hello, I'm Miguel. What is good? This is gonna be an annoying game for them, just because of the Karma top.
I do think that Poppy W is going to be absolutely insane in these fights.
Kinda, but our team doesn't have any dashes other than Ivern, right?
He has Ivern.
Does Alawi Q count?
Alawi W counts, and
W.
and anybody who auto attacks after Ivern Q counts.
So yeah, that's annoying.
I predict ECU will freeze out Alaska. It is actually cold there any time of the year. I went there in the middle of June. It was supposed to be the warmest it was ever supposed to be.
Like, more like 30 degrees.
Yeah, it was cold the whole way. I don't know how I survived. Like, I'm a warm-blooded person. Even I thought it was pretty cold. I just want to peek at the champion mastery. Never mind.
Nope.
I don't get to peek at the champion match. Loading screen's too fast. Alright. Connor, what's the zoom out thing? Connor, help me. Connor, what's the zoom
I don't
out?
know any of these controls. I'm not gonna lie.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, looks like we're going for some
30
top
seconds until
vision
minions
early.
spawn.
Jesse's in kind of an awkward spot here. He is trapped between a rock and a hard place. Looks like he gets some nasty poke off. AUC is mid for some reason.
Just running around. Did they ward our Tri-Bush bot? Yeah, they did.
Okay, I always get confused when I see two of the same champion on the minimap because that's what I use to see where they are, but
Minions have spawned.
that is just Ali playing a little gag, turning into Ivern.
Yeah. Looks like our Ivern's starting. That's Ali, right?
Yeah, that is
So
Ali.
he's starting Wolves
Make your moves.
on our side. Poppy looks like he's starting top.
Yeah, it looks
red.
like Jesse's gonna go for a 3 camp and
Or-
into ganking top or mid here.
Look at their Poppy. I think she's starting Raptors. Yep. So we know where their Poppy's starting. Got a big trade down bot, but all that damage went onto Ash, which is unfortunate.
Alright, I'm gonna do the cheat code of googling what the shortcut is on my phone.
They got Jin bounces on the Q onto the Ash. Karma hit 2 on top. Got a really good trade onto Lally. Ash lost a lot there. Looks like their bot lane is gonna have a lot of prio knives.
There we go.
Oh, and then we have a little 2-game kill the bots.
Looks like we get that first blood. Both ADCs flash, looking to get that 4 shot off on Chris. He gets the extra move speed from 4 shot.
Jin got that kill on Ash.
And it looks like Cassiopeia is too low. She's focusing on the fight instead of helping her ADC. Ali gets the stun off, and they will kill Jin here.
Jin.
All because the Cassiopeia is not going to rotate there. And while that is happening, Poppy is taking Jesse's entire top side. Jesse is on his Raptors, so he does not realize.
Jesse did take their blue camp, so that's good. This Poppy won't really have anywhere to go, though.
All the while, Coda is poking Karma under his own turret. Nice one. Sorry. Karma is getting some nasty poke off here.
Yeah, and then Karma's just gonna have the more prio on him. So he's gonna be pushed in all the time, getting poked down. This bot lane is fairly even, but yeah, both ADCs
He does have to
the
flash to get
kills.
away from the tether. Looks like Brecken will live here without burning any summoner spells. We already burned flash a little while ago. I did not see that, but Jesse is mid in case anything happens, but Poppy is trying to pressure him off. And Ali is with them, so they do have a fight here. Jesse just misses the Q, but does get enough poke off on Poppy that she will either have to recall or go back to farming. It looks like she's going back to farming.
Cass is about backing right now. Brecken still not hasn't backed.
Poppy is sort of her own worst enemy right now. She just kind of has awkward jungle timers. Which she did do the same to Jesse. She made his jungle timers a little bit awkward. But looks like there's a play happening here bot. Chris gets a kill, and it looks like they might get an extra kill here on Lux. She does flash.
Flashes from Ivern and Lux.
Chris does stray away from the Luxie so he does not die there. Looks like Ali is pinging for for Ash Barrier. She does want to go back in with Chris, but Lux is poking him down, so it might not be a fight there with Jin coming back.
But top lane is back, then TP back. And then Lowry's still gonna get pushed in. Still getting in some good trades.
He doesn't have grasp, so these W trades are not going to be as impactful, but as late game goes on, Conqueror will scale with the rest of his kit, and he will just be a monster like he has always been in these past few games.
Level 6 first, he might try going for all in.
And level 6 doesn't really mean much as a spike for Karma, because she starts with
Sure he has her all.
with R level 1.
Good blink to Ivor, and they get a kill on Cassiopeia.
And let's look at the item lead right now. It looks like Cassiopeia did have an item lead on Brecken, but he did get some nasty burst off anyway. Just played his cards very well. Looks like Ali's getting poked down by Lux here.
Their Poppy is doing Dragon right now.
It looks like ADC also has
He
item
can get
advantage.
away
Chris
with
is
that.
probably sitting on a little bit of gold. He does need to back soon. And I imagine he's going to catch one last wave before he does.
Looks like Red Team secures Dragon here.
Dragon.
And while this is happening, Jesse's going to take grubs for himself. Looks like Koda's getting some poke off. Goes to R.
Then you could R, then
He does
Karma
back
has to
off though.
Alawi does not have a mana right now, so he probably looks to push this wave in and back.
And she's not have boots, she's just that fast, jeez. She's just outrunning Alawi tentacles. What's her move speed? 335 base?
335. She does have movement speed abilities, but looks like Bob pushes in the wave. They don't get a crash.
Forgot with boots.
Then Poppy's covering bot side.
Looks like we're clearing some vision here. We are ready for the gank. One thing I must say, Ali's been doing well with vision these past few series. She's just always been ready for every gank that's come bot because she's had these 3 bushes warded up. Both bot laners do need to back though. They are sitting on a lot of
Poppy
gold.
gets to steal Raptors. Got gonna be Sun and Syndra. That's flashes from both
Brecken does have
teams.
flash just in time for the... It looks like they do have Cassiopeia isolated.
So they might be able to win this fight.
Cassiopeia R's, but just for damage. Ali does get the kill on Poppy. Should have flashed over the red pit.
Cassiopeia gets a double kill. That's pretty bad just because of how
Ash
much
R
Cass-
just misses.
Cass scales a lot.
Cassiopeia flashes mastery. They do go 1 for 1 here.
Well, they got 2 there, so overall better fight for red team. Top to be
Oh, yeah, they did
there.
get 2.
There isn't much gonna be happening here. Nobody's gonna hard commit here. Be a lot of poking. The only way they're gonna get any kills top is probably just from jungle ganks.
Coda is rushing Spirit Visage, so he's looking to heal with Conqueror later. And Poppy is hex flashing in. Jesse is here. Ali is also here. I didn't even see her. Nico ult on the Poppy.
Both mids trade and
Ali and Daisy taken out, but Daisy just reappears right in front. Broken Ivern. I'm glad he's on our side.
Whoever gets a kill on their Poppy, that means their jungler is off the map now.
Ally needed to go and cast there with Jesse. That is true. I think fighting Poppy there was kind of troll anyways. Hey guys, you gotta support your Tigers. Come on. The Daisy respawn was great. I do think the Daisy respawn did scare him the kill there. It looks like... What item is that? Oh, that is Archangel Steph. He has a full sustain item into Brecken's burst. And Brecken will have the burst to show for that, as he is poking down Cassiopeia in lane. Half healthing her when the camera pans away for half a second.
Good trade from bot lane.
Looks like bot is fighting to the death down there. They're taking them for all they have. Looks like there's fighting going around all sides of the map. Karma opts to walk out of Alawi.
Touchdown, backs off.
Coda has shown in our past games that he will abuse that tentacle placement.
Poppy's just rubbing around bot side.
He is going to eat her under turret. And the tentacle placement from Karma walking out of Alawi just makes sure that he gets that much more poke off of it. Honestly, for Karma here, it is better to just get poked down once because she does have the health to show for it.
Looks
Instead of walking out of
Koda's gonna
Alawi.
teleport top. Yep.
And let's just look at the item advantage here for a second. Jesse goes as usual, Dark Seal. Oh my!
Good flash. Good arrow.
Astral just kills there.
Looks like
They
he's
have
gonna
3 bot, they're
dodge
looking
it.
to dive. Miss both stuns.
Yeah, TP
Jin has 4 shot, but
pass. Good bot. Okay, that's our TP out. They had to use that to shoot in.
Jin's looking to ult alley here. Clone tanks it. Oh, just one more.
They kill the Cassiopeia. Ash dies here though. Karma actually died here too. Looks like.
And
Koda
Koda's just
did
gonna
die
take
there.
those plates for all she's worth. Karma is going to TP back for a free Alawi, I'm guessing. And Koda snags it just like I predicted.
Surprised the Poppy hasn't moved up yet. She's on grubs right now. She is moving up currently.
He is healing quite a bit because he did
Spirit Visage.
first by Spirit Visage, and it looks like he is setting up for the R.
Hard.
He R's, he does get the W
Actually
off on
gets a
Poppy.
kill
He
on
will get the
Poppy.
kill here.
Gets hooked off the tower.
And it looks like off of that we are going to get grubs here. Brecken is backing, but we do have 3.
Looks like Bracken will probably TP back. Oh, TP's bot lane. Behind.
Chris ults to get away. Slows the Jin who just used Ghost. And it looks like Brecken will get a kill here.
Oh,
Flashes for the
flashes
R on
kill
Lux, and he gets a
Lux.
double.
That's good.
And Jin just did not have a full item there. He's opting to go Static Shiv. Very strange
Section
itemization for him.
has been pretty standard on Jin this season so far. Goes a little bit less damage, unfortunately. We'll see what he builds next. Maybe RFC.
Yeah, and it looks like Jesse is still on those grubs. Ivern does not take grubs very quickly. Looks like Koda's looking for the kill here. Doesn't quite have the wave to show for it. He's setting up another tentacle to kill under turret.
Max here. Just fight for vision for Dragon. This looks like what Dragon really wants to fight for.
Red is setting up for Dragon, and it looks like Brecken's wanting to get some poke off before Drag. Hopefully get an assassination on Cassiopeia. Poppy's posturing up, but Jesse is ready to come after him. Does miss the Q. And it looks like Coda got a full turret while Karma was gone.
Looks like Cartoon gets to kill this Dragon.
ECU just has 4 people here ready for the Dragon. Cassiopeia was forced to back. Looks like we might get an assassination here on Lux. We do. Dragon goes to ECU. It is an Infernal Dragon. Looks like the soul here will be Cloud Soul. Very good soul, especially into Ivern. Getting that extra movement speed when he pops Daisy will be insane.
Yeah, we do have good amount of ults on our side. That would be really good with Deejin speed, especially like a Nico and an Ashe afterwards.
I do not think Jin trying to contest Brecken here is a good idea. He is 3 levels below, and he only has static shift.
Yeah, especially with
Brecken is
having
definitely
ult.
sitting on a lot of gold here. He should look to back soon. Cassiopeia flashes in. They will get a kill off of this. Brecken does get an assassination on Jin. Let's pay him back mid.
Bush tactic going on.
They do have 4 mid, but looks like Jesse is hovering in case they do dive alley. Looks like Lux is opting for more vision. Behind the dragon pit, even though there's no dragon coming up.
Both teams should look to fight for this Herald soon.
Oh. Looks like Cassiopeia goes to dive alley, and Jesse is here. Does miss the Q.
Looks like Cassie's out of here, actually.
Jesse does have flash. He should have just flashed for the extra damage and the summonary proc. Hits the Q on Lux. She does flash out so as not to get hit by the Nico stun. Reckon back to splitting.
Plays full top. Just pushing in. Currently no vision top. It looks like they also just got on the top side. Brecken gets another combo on Jin.
Karma does have Malignant, so a little bit of the MR that Koda has earned. I do believe that it is 10 magic resist, so that means that he is down to 40 from Spirit Visage. It does not matter, he also has Mercs, he also has healing, he also has damage. He is just going to be
They are
chunking that.
triple magic on their team, so that first item Spirit Visage will be really good.
They will be a little under 6,000 gold up on UA here. Jesse tried to hit the cast with the fadeaway. Oh, and it looks like Brecken is getting ganked here by Poppy, using her full kit, and now nothing is up.
Forward,
And he does get the assassination on Cassiopeia before he
But that
dies.
is a really big
But
shot down on
they do
Poppy.
get 900 gold from him now.
It looks like a dive over top lane.
It is a dive angle top lane.
Do they have the damage for this?
I don't think they quite have the kill pressure for it just yet.
Okay, so Lux here, mid lane. And this Jin will probably be forced to back away, giving them tower mid.
Koda is just playing to be a team player here, opting to build tank items over damage. He is going to go Iceborne Gauntlet here. While the Sheen will be good here, he just has no damage items.
Is that Trinity? Or could be Trinity also for damage.
It could be
I
true.
would rather that be Trinity.
It's more likely going to be Iceborne Gauntlet. He's planning to just play slow, play long, sustain in
he
the
is
lane.
one of their only front lines. Cassiopeia is looking top. She does get spot on the ward, so Koda does back off. Looks like the next fight will be for Cloud Drake. Both teams are trying to secure vision.
For real, the focus in the lab is intense. Better believe it. ECU Tigers are doing everything they can to stay in the game, stay on top of them. It looks like sometime soon they're going to try and close in for the win. We do have every tier 1 turret on the map. Rift Herald is up, with Dragon coming up as well.
Got baited by the clone.
They're doing such great teamwork. Yeah, they are.
Syndra's top side with KDP.
Even though they were stomping from the beginning of the season, there has just been such a dramatic improvement, even in just map presence. Brecken is always making sure there's never an empty lane. Koda is rotating the fights.
Broken's keeping it mid. Make sure the fights.
Looks like we were going for a full 5-man here.
Solid ARAM already. And then you got a pick off.
We do get a pick off on the Karma. Hits the Alawi on the Poppy. More tentacles will spawn, setting up for
Shot
another
on the
nasty R from the
phone.
Alawi.
Double stun.
Three Iverns running up mid lane. They're not sure which one's the real one. Looks like Coda is going to R here. Oh, he won't get it off in time.
Lowry's down, killed by Jin.
Jin will snag a kill here. About even CS with Chris, but
The
down
mid
in
is
kills.
down very much on CS and kills, but Cassiopeia is the most fed member right now. Will be their most damage this whole game, I think. ECU secures Dragon.
While Lux is doing better in Vision, she just has no presence that Ali has. Ali's been roaming. Ali's been setting up for objectives. She's just been everywhere, ready for team fights.
Lux has been getting caught a lot.
And shout out to Brecken. He has just been a side lane threat, a mid lane threat. He's just being assassinations left and right. And it looks like Coda did go for the Iceborne Gauntlet here. Most likely going for Sundered Sky next for that extra bit of healing during those fights.
Ali with a
He did die
R on
before he
the
got that
top.
R off, so I'm hoping that he will have a little bit more sustain in the future.
Good pick off Ali ult. Koa and Cast are just fighting for this side lane pleasure.
And Coda hasn't quite been able to put his best foot forward in the side lane because he has been getting poked down quite a bit. This way opted for a more tanky build. They have a bit better wave clear than they've had in the past few series, so
Red team's turret.
we're not quite getting to see him shine quite as much. Cassiopeia leads with an R.
Didn't do much just because of how much resistance Koda has.
Coda will take her for more. Tentacle setup on Alawi is much more valuable than damage. So if you let Alawi spawn tentacles right on top of you by walking out of Re, I'm sorry, you're not a good player. It looks like we are getting a lot of vision topside here.
They are collapsing on the Lowy here.
Ali acting as a living ward once again. Oh, I'm hoping we get another clip here. He has the perfect tentacle setup for a fight like this.
In those collapses.
Lux misses.
Lux,
Oh, he does miss E here. He will flash out.
Still gets so much.
Another tentacle spawns on top. You just gotta W in, pal. W in. He gets an E off. He's playing the long game. He's getting some more poke off before he
Meanwhile,
commits to it.
ECU is doing Baron currently. Looks like will die here, but
He should have just led with an R when he had the tentacle set up right here. He had
That is
3
very
tentacles and a
true.
perfect devil's triangle. He will
He
die
does
here, but we
get
will get
Baron.
Baron off of this. 8K gold advantage, almost 9 now, since we got the Baron.
looks like Jin's building IE. This is gonna take a while.
Looks like
for
we are
him to get the
barreling
second
down mid
item.
with only Karma to defend. Poppy and Jin are rotating.
They might collapse here on
Poppy
mid.
is AFK in the jungle.
Looks like Poppy wants to shadow her cast. Guess they do collapse on cast. Cast is lacking here. He's playing it slow.
Can I just say how well Brecken has been CSing here?
Most CS in their game so far, and most kills.
He is almost 50 CS up on any
He's
given
already,
person in the
already
game.
3 items on. Though their cast already does have 3 items too.
Brecken is nuclear right now. One-shotting waves, one-shotting players. It is just unfair. We do not deserve to have this guy on our team. We need to ban him. Looks like they have responded with a bit of jungle vision here, given the fact that we have been rotating to every which thing. We've destroyed 2 tier 2s now. We're looking to end the game soon.
Might have a dragon fight here soon.
Dragon will be spawning in the next minute. Getting an over-the-wall poke on Poppy, chunking a third of her health bar. Looks like we will get a Lux assassination here. Stormcourge finishing her off.
Poppy might die here too.
Looks like all they do is get Coda out of the fight.
Is out.
They do have enough heals and shields to keep Jesse alive. Daisy's playing defense while they take the tower.
5-man mid. Yeah,
As if one Coda wasn't enough, there are now 2 Codas.
Still looking for more towers.
3 Codas. Yeah, it looks like we are just looking to end the game here. Jhin ulting in desperation. Ivern shields are just gonna block every bit of damage.
Probably go get this dragon. Unless they do get a pick here.
Call me crazy, I think this game is gonna end before Soul Point.
Most likely. All they need is one more team fight.
If they get one pick here, that is enough for them to end the game. Just excellent team play from ECU. They've just done an excellent job of making sure there's always somebody in an empty lane, causing some side lane threat so they can get a pick. Coda doing what he does best, retreating back to the side lane, drawing some pressure away. You can see 3 people rotating towards him now.
Let's stay on the side lane.
Looks like Karma's the only one staying for him. Poppy might rotate here. Never mind, she is backing.
This definitely should have been a collapse from Red Team.
Coda taking the turret in her face.
Probably just gets it free. Which
Karma is literally playing a tower defense game here. Stray Jhin W comes towards Coda. There's W in his face and R.
looks like he goes back in, try to get.
Looks like he's playing the long game. Looks like Reckon will TP down there. Kind of in an awkward spot, but he will get an assassination off on Karma, I believe. Oh, not quite there. Oh, he will get...
He gets the Jhin though.
He will get the Jhin in his face with one ability.
But I don't believe that was really worth losing Syndra here.
They did get quite the shutdown on that, but that was Lux's first kill. And that didn't even complete her second item, so... It looks like we have 2 people on the team with Darkseal now. It's like playing on easy mode. Yeah, are we sure we didn't queue up for co-op versus AI? It is Soul Point for ECU, a minute till Baron.
Lux is at the point to use ours the way every 20 seconds.
If we want to play the long game here, we can stall till Baron and then have one final push to Nexus. Or we can opt for a pick here and go for a 4v5 team fight and win.
They should be playing topside just for this Baron, get vision out as much as they can.
As it stands now, it would be very difficult for ECU to throw here, but I don't see that happening in a million years.
It's always possible, but it would be really hard right now.
It's possible, but they have enough forward momentum so far. We are almost up 10,000 gold. Reckon taking the big raptor right from under Poppy.
Coda's going bot side.
Looks like we are getting
Split.
prepared for Baron here. Coda does have TP in case things go awry.
Very good split push from Olai here. They have to either send more people to Olai. Olai just gets to pick a base. And they are getting Baron.
We are bursting down Baron pretty quickly. It looks like we're opting to turn here. Reckon is out of the fight due to Poppy R. Alawi shields are just making sure that Chris stays in the game. Jesse almost dies to Lux ult.
Alawi does kill Karma on the bot side, so as long as they stalk here and get killed,
Yeah, it looks like they just clean up here.
I think that's good.
They have too much sustain from Ivern shields.
Only
They can't
two
end the game.
alive from left side.
And
Alice is
I
going
don't
through
think
the
they have
veins.
the health or resources to stop Coda from ending. Yeah, Coda does just burst down this Poppy in her face, taking the turret in her face,
Poppy
and they just
dead.
kill Poppy, and Lux can't do anything about it all by her lonesome. Looks like we will end the game. GG ECU. First game in the series is won. All right. Good deal. Let's do a little stat breakdown here. Have a total damage.
Ranged top. Ranged top.
Coda is not a fan of a ranged top laner, so this is a very satisfying win for him. Looks like turret damage goes to Coda again. We have 3 people on the enemy team who have not even touched the turret this game. Total damage to objectives. Yeah, Karma was just not there for any objective.
Ash was there all the time. Chris and Ali were rotating through all the objectives.
Yeah, Chris was deleting Baron that last fight, all the while being shielded by Ivern. He just had so much peel that game, even though there wasn't an effective tank in front of him. That's just the power of the Ivern. And look at that. He just had such a shield-focused build. And
Very supportive.
everything to show
role
for it.
From Jesse, but he didn't have to do damage. It was just up to Syndra and Chris.
I wish
Everybody
that
damage
spectators
dealers.
could see the gold graph, because I just wanted to see
That is true.
how badly it happened over time. Highest CC score will go to Brecken. If you saw some of the Syndra W's he was hitting, you would not disagree with that. Alright, let's look at gold earned as a whole.
Can you turn the mic a little bit up?
Turn the mic a little bit up?
Just a little bit. Yep.
Alright. I did back away a little bit, so hopefully that sounds good now. We can't see. My bad.
There we go.
Let's look at that again. Connor's not here to tell me I'm a moron, so I don't. Here's the damage to objectives. Like Miguel was saying, Chris and Ali rotating to practically everything, bursting everything down, DPS machines. And then we see damage to turrets, Coda leading once again, Karma, Poppy, Jin, which is funny because Jin was side laning for a good chunk of the game, if you remember,
Mhm.
and he just didn't get to touch the turret once. All right. There it is. They added it back. Ally shielding. Jesse was just shielding for a lot. And mind you, that's only for the damage that was reduced from the shield. So Jesse did shield for much more than almost 12,000. It's just 12,000 was the amount of damage blocked by the shields he was giving. In terms of healing, Jesse also takes a cake because of redemption.
Most damage done by our Syndra.
Alright.
Now we get ready for game 2.
And is usually the part where Connor steps out, does a few notes, few recommendations for the next draft, but I think they're doing just fine. We did show that we are mechanically more adept than UA is right now. I don't think it really matters what characters we're playing, because we have been playing around each other very well. And as long as you're playing as a team, this is just going to be a clean sweep. Doesn't matter if you're playing the worst characters in the game. If you have good mechanics, you have good macro, you play as a team, you know your team well and how they play, you are going to win.
Realistically, every champion wins 40% of the time, so no matter what champion it is, as long as everybody plays well together, like it's always a win. And they did have a good draft here. Sucks that Coda did get banned out for most of the bans. Even his Alawi still did good. Even surprisingly into the range matchup, they did not get to abuse the range matchup as much as they would had, or they should have had.
Yeah, what sort of works to the detriment of Karma is as not really a true range top. She's not an auto attacker.
Mhm.
She does have to expend a lot more resources just to poke Kota down.
The biggest thing with Karma is she's a safe pick top. So, but it's not great just because you got to play for the later in the game. You know, when you can actually start rotating the Karma everywhere else.
Yeah, Karma is definitely a team pick, and we just did not really see much movement going on from that top laner. She wasn't rotating to any objective. She wasn't rotating to any fights.
Yeah, especially being forced to hold the push from Coda every time, and she was the only one that could really like just stop the push. But
Yeah, she
not
just
that
couldn't
much.
quite. She couldn't quite put Kota on lockdown because he was just spawning more tentacles. He She was just making sure that his setup was not untouched. And honestly, she was just letting herself get poked down under turret because she was too afraid to walk up and take those tentacles out. And in so doing, she was not staying behind the wave. She's getting hit by the Alawi. She's getting straight poke left and right, and she was just bursted down to the point where she had to back again and again and relinquish plates. Just overall a clean sweep from Coda. He was playing it very well. He was playing more for a sustain lane. He understood that he had to itemize more tanky in order to sustain into the karma. And honestly, that's best we can hope for. We can hope for a laner that understands exactly how he needs to play his character, exactly how he needs to itemize on his character, and he just understands the lane and the role. And it just excellent job by Coda once again. And as for Jesse, he's just been everywhere, every game. He's just been rotating to a lot of fights. There were a couple awkward fights, just everybody coming from every which angle mid lane, and they kind of spilled into the jungle a few times, like that one Poppy fight that we mentioned earlier. And it's just
Yeah,
a couple awkward spots, but we just haven't learned quite to play around each other just yet. This is only the fourth series in the entire season. We're still learning as a team. We're still growing, but this is fundamentally improved from when we first started. And as for Brecken, he was just making sure that when Coda wasn't on side lane duty and was fighting with the team, they were just switching off left and right. He was switching with Coda so that he would have the ability to go fight with the team and vice versa. Whenever one of them was low on resource, they would go to a lane and then back, and that pushed out lane would make sure that our team on the other side of the map could do something. Like every time that Baron would come up, Coda would be in the bot lane, pushing out that lane, making sure that they didn't have that karma for the team fight. And as a team-oriented character like Karma is, she's just useless when she's limited to a sideline. So excellent job, Coda, there, drawing her out. She was the only person who could have contested him, and they just used that to their advantage. As for Chris, he was a DPS machine that game. He just had infinite peel from Jesse's Ivern and Daisy, and Coda was an excellent meat shield for him, and he was just getting free poke off on everybody. Occasionally getting hit by a stray Luxar, but who doesn't at some point? So
yeah.
looks like
These bot lanes were fighting a lot that whole game, and
looks like we do have the spectate link back up. We have that second draft ready to go. All right, and we have our draft ready to go. Hopefully, this will be a little bit less buggy than last time.
yeah, draft flow has been really laggy these past few times.
Hopefully, we can actually see what's been picked or banned this time.
Yeah.
And once again, as the stream gets later, I understand that it is midterm week. If you have a midterm, if you have any sort of exam, prioritize your education first. You can always watch the VOD later or play us in the background or do something. And if you need to go to bed and to prepare for a midterm tomorrow, just go to bed. Take care of your own needs. We will be here when you wake up.
Yeah, you can always watch this mod later on.
And as always, go Tigers. And as we prepare for this next draft, it looks like it is not loading again. As we prepare for this next draft, just remember we do not have Connor, and they are doing this all on their own. So we are just showcasing how much they have learned about their own team comps, how much they have learned how to draft. This is a brand new team. This has never been done before. No one person other than Brecken has been on. Brecken and Allie have been on last semester's team, so it's a new adventure for them all, and we're just happy to see all of them work so well together so quickly into the season too, because they haven't had much time to practice at all. All right, it looks like this side is not working either. Looks like we were going for draft wall again. Good luck on all mids. Yeah, if you have a midterm tomorrow, take some time to study. I understand if we're background noise, but make sure that your education is your first priority. 2 other sites aren't working. That's not good. All
There's
right.
the draft flow.
Let's hope that draft law works a bit better this time. At least we know it will start. Spectator link will be. Drumroll, please. Taking our sweet time here. We are student athletes, always a student first. That is an excellent point.
There's our spectator link.
People get scholarships for doing this, and people have to remember that is for school. That is to pay for your school, your higher education. All right, looks like UA is raring for a rematch here. All right, I was waving like a moron to Coda, and I guess I broke him. Need to get back in the game, guys. Can't let a silly little commentator break us before the game. All right, looks like both sides are readied up, and it looks like first ban will go to UA. Let's see what they lead with. And it looks like it is blank once again.
Buggy, but we'll get that.
And it looks like they're going once again with the Yone ban.
They might send some trauma picks here. Some trauma bans here for the
I would not be
first
surprised
game.
if a Syndra ban closely followed.
Or a Nico ban. But they do have first pick, so they can pick the Nico again first.
And we're waiting for those bans to appear. Looks like we have a Twitch ban and a Vlad ban. Looks like ECU is going with the first 4 bans, or first 3 bans that we did last time. It looks like UA might be doing the same. They are banning Koda's Alawi after seeing what he did to them last game.
Okay.
It's always so funny if he gets it before the series is over.
Bans, I'm telling you.
When we see his Alawi picked in the first game of the series, it is always banned after. They're going for a Nico ban on our side now. Since we do not have first pick, we can't pick that again. And they have another Nico player on the enemy team. And looks like they will lock in Caitlyn for ADC.
Okay. We first pick Syndra.
Looking for something a little bit safer than that Jin pick from last game. We were picking Syndra first for Brecken. And that is such a good pick, given how he treated the Cassiopeia last game.
Always a safe pick, too. She always works regardless of, I think, matchups, just because she's a control mage.
Very good burst, too. Very team-oriented. Always good in the side lane as well. Looks like we are locking in the Mundo. Whether it is top or jungle, I do not know. I have not discussed that with either Jesse or Coda, but we will see.
They were talking about having that flex pick in their jungle or top. So
We did get one of our flex picks through. They did ban Yone Dr. Mundo first 3 last game. Looks like they followed up with a Senna pick for the Caitlyn Senna bot lane. Looks like they're playing a little bit more safe, a little bit more sustained.
this is a very punishing lane for bot lane. However, they do
Looks like
get
they're
the
opting for the
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser pick. They're looking for a much stronger dual top lane. And I do think that if it is against Coda's Dr. Mundo, then it will not work as well as they're thinking. And I'm hoping that in the other room they are thinking the same thing I am.
Mundo just outscales, so Mordekaiser does have to get a lot of picks early on to actually be online.
Mundo does go where he pleases, and it looks like we are locking in Ashe again for
Ashe
Chris
again, okay.
after his performance last game.
Ashe is
wonderful
always a good
because
pick.
we do have another tank situation. Daisy's kind of a pseudo tank, but Dr. Mundo will be a much more effective tank for Chris here. He will still be getting the peel that he had last game.
We'll see here on bans who they're trying to ban. They might ban out the our junglers, Nunu and maybe even Ivern. We'll have to see.
Looks like the bans are blank again. Let's see if they mentioned it in chat.
Nope, not yet. But they will. They've been loading out soon.
Nunu ban and Graves ban.
banned. Okay.
They are banning Jesse's Nunu again.
Last
For all
ban
we know, he
lost.
could have picked Dr. Mundo here. Next ban goes to ECU. We'll see if it loads. It does not. All right, we'll see what that is in just a second. As a Cassiopeia ban.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did see that she was bursting down quite a few of our laners last game. Even missing the R, she was doing quite a bit of damage. And that is an Ivern ban.
They ban the Ivern. They do ban Jesse out. So we'll have to see what he puts in. Unless he is going for Mundo jungle.
And they could very well just be flexing Mundo to bait out the other jungle bans. Which I must say is a very cunning move if they are doing that. They are
doing that. Set gets picked for top lane for our
Coda set.
Coda. That is very big. Set into more. I don't know how that matchup goes, but
I think it's pretty even until
I'd say
at least
so.
pre-6.
So set Coda does really good on his set. I like the Mundo pick. So we do get a hard tank for our jungle.
I do think that set W can at least tank one Mord ISO Q while in ult. So he will at least have that advantage in Mord's ultimate, but
That and just nukes him with a lot of true damage. We have a Seraph pick for mid, most likely. And then their jungler. Let's see who they pick here.
it could be more jungle for all we know.
Could be. Skarner jungle.
I haven't seen a Skarner picked in.
Skarner. Skarner has been really strong this patch.
He has been very strong the past few patches. I have not seen him very much. His pick rate is kind of low right now,
But he has been very strong in the games I've ran into.
we're locking in
We have
Seraphine for Ali.
Seraphine for Ali. That's great.
All right, looks like they're ready to go.
Overall, they have an awkward composition where Kate and Seraph are a lot more of like those range matchups where they're just throwing abilities out, and they do have that engage from Skarner.
I do think our DPS will be a little bit better, and we will have Set and Dr. Mundo to tank for our DPS, and I do think they are going to aim to poke us out a little bit, but we do have a better sustained fight.
That is true. We do have the Enchanter Seraphine, and we also have just Mundo Sustain.
What I will do is turn down the music volume a little bit. All right. In game, the sound was a little bit loud as well. Alright, that should be good. All right. Overall, we have a pretty strong front to back going on here. We will have some nasty setup with set alt, and our fights will be going on very long. Dr. Mundo is going to be a pretty high sustaining tank here. And honestly, I don't quite think they have the damage to deal with it.
They really don't. The only thing they do have is Kalen's Sun, unless someone goes lethality, which I don't know if that's meta right now,
And
but
they will have a lot of shields going on here. They'll have Seraphine shielding all of them. They'll have set W, and honestly, I think that's what's working to ECU's benefit. We've just had a lot of shields every game. We've had a lot of sustain going on, a lot of healing, and we've just been playing for the long fight. A lot of our comps have been playing for sustain in the fights and just staying in there as long as we can. And honestly, what more can we hope for? If we're last comp was a little bit better for quick picks and pressure in the side lane, and I think this one's going to be a bit more team oriented as opposed to the 1-3-1. We're going to be playing as 5 more often, rotating to objectives as 5, fighting for turrets as 5. It's just
whoever gets ahead on the top lane will definitely have the most pressure, though. So it's gonna be, who gets fed early, who gets, that level, like early level ganks. But that'll be really key for our side lanings, because it will really tell who gets to pressure the most for our top laners.
And I do think that even though if Coda gets a lead pretty early on, that will not matter post 6, because Mordekaiser will steal a little bit of his stats as he ults him, and so it'll be the grand equalizer here. So we'll see how Coda performs. Even if he's ahead, he does have the possibility of losing in Mord Ultimate. So it's just a matter of how well he plays it, dodging those isolated Qs from Mordekaiser, making sure that he's not caught by any stray abilities. It's just, this will be a skill matchup for Coda, and we'll see how he plays it. This is a very comfortable pick for Coda as he is on his main. So ideally, he knows how to itemize, he knows how to fight into Mordekaiser. I imagine he's played this matchup quite a few times. We'll just see how he plays it now.
That's very true from Wyvern in our chat. Seraph into Syndra. Seraph has a lot of range into Syndra, so as long as he just plays for, long range poke and just clearing waves and everything, Syndra really can't do anything into Seraph unless, we get Jesse to gank Seraph, which Seraph being so immobile, only having his E for as a stun would be very, very very affected by these ganks. One of the only gankable lanes so far.
Alright, client is loading. I'm getting a loading bar of death. There we are. Let's see if we can sneak a pick at the mastery there. Got a little bit of a quick peek. Chat, clip that. Right. Trying to zoom out, but I cannot quite do it.
Looks like they want to get a ward down in the Raptors again. They're all going through mid. Good.
Oh, that's a new view.
Oh, I like this.
Honestly, yeah, that's a...
We'll get to see items. Oh, they're running in.
We're getting some early poke off on Skarner. He does have to flash here.
Flash from Skarner, huge.
Let's kick
And
this
when we
mule.
get 2 wards down the bot lane of the bot side jungle.
I did it last game, but it doesn't seem to be working now.
Assume
Do I have to be out of directed camera? There we go. I do have to be out of directed camera. Alright.
Oh, our top side jungle's warded.
Looks like Mundo is not going to try and bush Cheese Coda here. Normally, what they would try to do is wait for the top laner in this bush right here and just use Mord's passive after getting 3 hits of either an ability or an auto attack to summon a huge circle of damage over time, and yeah, it's pretty ugly into
Mundo gets a
Slower
leash
sustained
here
tank.
from our bot side. And Skarner starts Raptors. He is spotted though, so they know exactly where Skarner is right now. Ooh, they get a good poke off on the center.
Coda does get Mord's bone plating down, so he will be able to trade here for a little bit until it comes back up. Does get hit by a stray Q though. It's not an ISO Q, so he doesn't take much damage. So really this mid matchup, all Xerath is going to struggle with is coming up to W. Otherwise he has a much larger effective range. I do believe that W is the ability where he'll have to step up the most in order to get that poke off on the wave. Brecken is playing this quite well. He is getting some gnarly poke off. Can you make it where the champ icons are on the sides?
Oh.
How many
Yes.
Hawks does Ash have, Nathan? I do believe she starts
Gets
with
two.
2.
Oh, Gaiken mid lane from Skarner. Bracket forced to flash away.
It's like
Our bot lane did
It's
get
like a-
pushed up in.
it's like a Hawk 2, if you will.
Got
Oh, it looks like we do get a Syndra stun on Skarner. We don't have quite. Oh, we do have the
a
damage to finish it
snipe
off.
from
Jesse throws a Q.
Mundo.
Perfect play by Jesse. Will we get? Oh, we do get a double kill
And
here.
a double kill from Mundo. That's huge.
What runes does he have? I don't know how I did that.
Ooh. So I almost got that W on Mordekaiser. These top trades have been really, really close.
Okay, I'm pressing buttons until I get it. Oh, objective timers. Yes. Not chat. Objective timers.
Oh, let's
There we go. Okay, 15 frames, blue team
There
frame.
we
There
go.
we go. Okay, for those of you who are listening, remind me that keybind to pull up this
What
little
was
menu
on
right here is
Flash?
I. All right. Now we have a better idea of where everything is.
Now, Caleb did use a flash up there for kind of no reason. So we do have a flash advantage on the Caitlyn.
Play for Syndra into bad matchup equals win. True. I don't think any matchup is a bad matchup into Brecken. He knows his characters very well. Even if it's a character he hasn't played that much, he still somehow manages to mechanically perform. Looks like Chris will get poked down a little bit, walking into a Caitlyn trap. Senna doesn't quite have a bit of mana, so I don't think she'll be able to sustain for much longer. Looks like Skarner is here for that Xerath.
Thanks here.
He does get the E off.
Looks like they get to kill Brecken here. Sarah gets a kill on Brecken.
That extra damage on the passive auto from Xerath does kill him there. Looks like Skarner had the same idea to play for Xerath into a bad matchup.
Looks like Mundo's looking for
Or
the
good
counter
matchup,
gank.
I guess.
Trying to get that kill on the Seraph.
Looks like Brecken is TPing.
And he looks like he
Does get
gets
the extra
it.
Q on Xerath, and
Kinda Skarner kinda just left him to die there.
there's no reason for Dr. Mundo to be doing this much damage. They do get a pretty good trade here. Ali is low on mana, so both supports will have to back soon. Sort of on even footing in bot lane. And the same can be said for top. Pretty even on farm.
Pretty even.
Pretty even in terms of item value, too.
Good cook off on their bot lane.
A little
Skarner
bit of a
is,
item advantage
is a
top.
bot side though. So you could be looking for a gank here.
Looks like Brecken does know that he's going to need a little bit more durability into Xerath. He is
Skarner
going
got
to build
spotted.
Seraph's Embrace. Freljord champs have really interesting abilities. We go from a hawk to a global stun arrow.
Hawk 2 elf. What?
Oh, and it looks like we were going for another Xerath gang.
Like Seraph commits on
I
the
swear
wave
Jesse's
here.
reading the chat.
Yeah, how we said before, Seraph being so immobile can't really do much into the gank, especially when he pushes in more.
Where'd all that health come from? Did Chris back?
No, just Seraphine. Seraphine gets to heal a lot.
Dang, he was like half health a little
Unless
while
he
ago.
had potions
under
and
half health.
everything. Oh, he does have 3 biscuits he hasn't used too, so he still has a lot of
Must have had a pot.
recovery.
It looks like Skarner is going for these Void Grubs as Jesse goes for Dragon.
Both top
Or
have
he is going to
6.
gank top.
He does get spotted, but
He does get
Seth
caught
does
in
get
Mortal.
ulted.
I like that we can see it in spectator view, but Skarner's following close.
oh,
He does ult to get
he's
out.
ulted away.
He does still have W.
He does get stun off.
He's holding on to his W.
Sticks, however, so they can't really.
Does miss the
secure
E to
pick.
get the Skarner under tower. He is missing all his grit. He does just need to back here.
We'll see if
More
they
does
dive
burn
him.
his
They
E,
can
so he
dive him, but says a really hard champ to dive, so they do really
Skarner
want
does
to dive him.
Skarner does miss his
What's
stun.
tanking, and they have to flash away. More
And he does get
dives
the kill
here.
on Mord
Look at that.
And he has a
Koda's
he
just
has a level advantage
BMing.
on Skarner, so Skarner knows he can't fight any longer. He gets the heck out of there. And he is too low on HP to get grub, so he has to back. Or he can go farm Gromp. Alright, let's see how mid's going. Brecken is a level up. Zerath has died
Seraph's died.
3 times to ganks from Jesse. Bot has been pretty stagnant lane.
Slight CS lead.
Chris pulling ahead by a little bit. Big back for him.
Finally backs. That's a lot of items here.
Let's see how much he gets. You will get a full Hearthbound X and recurve bow, sitting on quite a bit of gold there.
Let's buy an extra health potion.
Do you think that's close to 1700? I think. Coda with a tower play. Coda doing what he does best,
Mord gets
abusing
hit by the bear
abusing
by
enemies'
that W.
cockiness against him. They think that they can fight him 2v1. No, they cannot.
So that is a very hard champion to dive purely because of that W.
Oh,
flashes away
he does
from
flash.
the E.
He does flash the Morty.
Interesting.
Mord panic Wing to get that extra bit of health back, but it was not a lot. I do think at this point of the game it's around 60 health, so he's just getting anything he can get. Set's passive health regen, the lower he is much higher than Mord's. It looks like bot we're being pushed in a little bit.
Looks like Skarner
Jesse's,
dies mid.
Jesse's setting up for a dive here. Mid.
Seraph gets the pick.
He does
on
get the pick.
Brecken. Gonna push his mid in. Looks for.
Can't really punish him for that.
Looks like Brecken's going to do Void Grubs. Set
Set-
actually died to Mord. Unfortunate.
And it looks like that happened due to Mord ult coming back up.
Yes, and then he did have flash advantage because Set did dodge the E.
And I know for a
Very
fact that Jesse is tracking Skarner like a dog here. Otherwise, he would not be risking such a hard objective take right in their faces with top prio. He is walking right in this Mordekaiser's face. He knows he's here. He knows he does not
beat
have
him.
ult.
He is 2 levels down, but he has been.
And he is
pretty
full
fast.
heart steal. Mord misses the E.
May he
He
gets
does get the
kill
solo
on
kill,
Mord.
2 levels down on the Mordekaiser.
That's really big.
ECU CS gap goes crazy. Yeah, we were CS gapping in almost every lane.
Yeah, and
Then
Jesse has
CS up
had
on
a
jungle.
lot of money just from the all the kills he's had.
Looks like Brecken is rotating bot here.
Looks
Maybe
like
looking for a
potential
dive. He does not have R.
Big.
Like he does have poke all the same.
Huge
2-man stun.
into a Seraphine stun. Ashar misses, but he does get. Seraphine gets a kill on him.
Some more
And
poke
then
off
that's a
just
Caleb.
in
There we
time for
go.
Syndra R.
And that's probably going to be like 2 plates, maybe 3 if they stay. Their jungler is top side mid.
We
so
do
they
stay for
can't
2
really do
plays thanks to
much.
Void Grubs.
Seraph gets to play in mid.
Coda is pushing wave back into Mordekaiser.
Brecken's struggling to get back in lane, but this Skarner might look into a gank mid, which he does get off, but he just
Pushes
the
him
guard
back under his
into
own
the
turret.
tower.
Does get that extra poke off on Skarner. Alright, Skarner is looking to stay bot in order to be present for drag as it comes up.
That's a really
Coming up in
big
40
buy
seconds.
from Ash, though. Already has Kraken Slayer.
Looks like Jesse is posturing bot. Maybe look at take a couple camps here under Skarner's nose.
Oh, looking for a dive mid from Sarah.
He's
Seraph
going
flashes
to
away.
he's going to kill that Xerath
And-
under turret once again.
Oh, he does get
Skarner
kidnapped.
dragging him under turret. It does not matter. He's just walking away like he doesn't care.
Just walks away. Still gets stunned back off.
The extra push in the Skarner's face. Insult to injury by Brecken. Chungus down. What no vision does to a bot lane. It looks like Skarner is
He's
going
working
for the
his
bot
way
gank
down.
here, not knowing that they're...
There are a lot of wards here, so he does get spotted looking for Dragon.
Honestly, kind of an awkward gank here. He is half
And
health,
we're
and
collapsing
he has
on
no
the
lane
jungler
prio.
here.
He's starting the dragon for reasons, I guess.
And we missed the Ash arrow and all the stuns. Goes for the wall.
He will E out. We do have Xerath
from
TP here.
Seraph. Syndra's not here yet, but she does have TP and is TPing in.
Xerath ult.
Seraphine dies to
Seraphine
Dragon,
died because
maybe.
Oh, 3-man stun by Brecken.
Oh, that is huge.
ECU double kill here.
Seraph and Kaylin down. Looking to kill one more, but
We will
Skarner
dive the
does get
Senna,
out.
apparently.
Oh,
And we do
she
get the
gets
kill
exploded.
uncontested. Ideally, we should get the dragon here. It looks like Jesse's playing a little greedy, wants some more. Wants to make sure that this lead he has over Skarner keeps growing. And
Nothing happening top so far. Or even
a
kills.
little bit of an even lane going on here. After he gets Blade of the Ruined King, he will be doing a bit more to Mordekaiser. He does have Rylai's Crystal Spear, which does mean that if he does have a hard engage, that hard engage will last for longer. He will trap him in his ult for longer.
Yeah, Koya so far is a little behind on items in CS.
He is 30 CS down, but once he gets Blade of the Ruined King, he will be doing a bit more damage to Mordekaiser.
Isolated Q.
Coda tanking the Mordekaiser ISO Q. For those of you who don't know how Mordekaiser works, if you are isolated and away from minions and you're the only target he hits, that Q will do more damage. And it looks like Ali is roaming top.
Ali for top
Might be a
pick,
bit of a
but she
dangerous
does
play
get
here.
Spotted top side, they know.
Mordekaiser does have ultimate here,
Backs
so it
here,
would
they,
be an awkward gank either way. Skarner is looking to rotate.
They will play for this Herald. Looks like nobody's really committing on this Herald though.
Does look like they missed
Top
the...
laners are backing here, probably gonna TP back in.
Does look like both junglers missed the last set of grubs. So it will be ECU for the grub lead here. Only 2 out of the 3. Crystal Scepter. Yeah, that's what it's called.
You have a big gold lead for ECU, 4K right now.
It's literally quiet bot. There's like a
is.
second and a half where there's nothing going on. We do have a 4,000 gold lead. Getting some nasty poke off
Really
on
big
Senna.
poke.
That summon airy damage.
Skarner and Seraph are moving bot side, so is Syndra.
Getting that bone
Seth
plating off of
is-
Mordekaiser.
Going in on the Mordekaiser.
Hold on, let me look at that Bork
Let's
damage.
get Bork again.
120 off of that one trade. That is insane.
Their collapse to bot side gets spotted, so they do back away. Syndra gets to push mid for free. Looks like Mundo gets to do Herald for free right now.
We do have a level lead bot, mid, and jungle. So we are pulling ahead, both in gold and levels. Overall, I do think Coda has the item advantage because Blade of the Ruined King does max health damage, and
Blade
Rylai's
of the
Crystal Scepter
King
has
will
quite a bit
do
of
a
max
lot
health.
more into the 1v1.
And it looks like Mort is going for...
Looks like they're
I-
collapsing on bot again, but
I-
they do get spotted already because Ali's warded.
I think he's going Landry's. And he's going to be more damage oriented, so he's not building any resistances for the set.
Okay, here they collapse on bot and they.
Ali does flash to get out of the way, but she is forced into the enemy backline. She does die here, but Jesse is diving that Xerath once again.
Ooh, Seraph dies here.
We will walk away with a kill for Jesse.
Ash has to flash.
Ash has to bury her here.
Oh, barely missed.
Ash ult Dr.
Kaylin
Mundo.
dies here for Mundo. So does Senna. And then Skarner just left to run away. He's an ult right now. And
Looks like
Coda
Koda will
dies.
die solo to the Mordekaiser in ultimate. It's like
And
I was saying
Mundo
earlier.
TP's bot, even though this play's already down. We'll see what it can do, but
Mordekaiser is TPing on half health. And
actually
it
got the pick on Syndra. That was a huge shutdown. 650 gold.
and Xerath will TP to make sure that they do not take the turret,
They
and
do
they
take-
take
they
it
lose the
anyway.
turret.
Mundo goes where he pleases.
I was a really big shutdown on Syndra actually. 650 gold. That they're the gold lead still is really big. 5k for ECU.
I do believe Mundo's Q scales off of his health as well as his E. I
10
think
kills
every
on Mundo.
I think every ability he has scales off of health, so the fact that he has this much health and doing this much damage is just he's just such a threat in every lane he goes to.
ECU just dropped Herald mid. That is really
I
big.
do believe that 5 of this Xerath's deaths are due to Jesse diving
Yes,
him under
yes.
turret.
Yeah, slam Herald mid. I don't think we get tower here, unfortunately. Seraph and Cinder
Looks like
fighting
Brecken
bot.
wants a rematch for mid lane. Xerath did poke him down to half health. It looks like a fight top jungle is happening here.
Mord is collapsing down in mid. Trying to see if he gets an opportunity to find something, but kind of runs back top.
We do have
Dragon
vision
is
on him
up
there
here.
in Baron Pit.
Dragon is up. Both teams look to be rotating to Dragon.
And Mord does have ultimate again, so he's going to be looking for another kill on Coda. And he does have full damage items.
He does have another full item, which
Right now
Coda
he's
should
a,
not look for a fight with the Mord at all at this point.
yeah,
how
he should
far
just
he
be
is.
farming under turret at this point, relinquishing as much CS as he
As long
has
as he
to.
can match the
He
push,
did-
they're fine.
He did close that CS gap a little bit. He is now only down 18 farm instead of the 30 he was before. So he
Yeah.
is closing that CS gap slowly but surely.
Looks like they cannot contest that dragon at all. 3 dragons for ECU. That
Jesse is just
already
sorta-
on soul point at 19 minutes.
Just sort of outclassing this Skarner at every turn. And it looks like he is opting to
Is
fight this
fighting
Mordekaiser.
and gets
Even though
some
he's an
good
entire
damage.
level down, he wants to
Gets
fight. He wants
ulted.
all the smoke.
Koda gets. Oh.
Skarner is coming to help him.
Has to run away.
Coda will have
Probably
W coming back. He's
can.
just stalling for it.
Committed on the Mord and gets
And he does get the kill on Mord.
Thanks to that Ash R. They might get this kill on Skarner.
If Skarner had just focused on Heartsteel and the Heartsteel stack on his
Oh,
auto,
kidnapped on the tower.
Mordekaiser would not have died there if Skarner had just focused on
Not
the.
get the kill on Seraphine. Has to flash away. No kills off of that. 2 flashes out. They're just going through mid. But blue team does have a lot of wave clear with Seraph.
Xerath is playing scared because Jesse's in the area,
The old Brecken misses all his R's.
except
Except
for the
the
very
last
last
one.
one. What's the second item? Rise and Focus. He is looking for that extra range DPS. He is going to be bursting people down later on, but as of right now-
might fight for this Gromp again. He just smites it by backs off.
we're just contesting this Skarner every turn. Jesse's 50 CS up on him. Just an insane jungle gap going on here.
CS wise, we have really big leads on everywhere other than top.
Do we have an option for gold?
Specifically,
What happened there?
Paused it.
Oops. There we go. And that's Fog of War. I'm just looking for more. That's the HUD. I don't know what I did there. Yeah, if anybody knows the gold hotkey, please let us know. I want to see the
Ooh, Seraph just last Mundo
I
again.
want to see the gold breakdown per person. He's just walking in the Seraph's face once again.
It's a way with how far ahead he is. Almost already has 3 items.
I would have thrown my mouse across the room if I was a Seraph.
Yeah, I mean 7 deaths. Most of them going to Mundo. It's very bad. Looks like Seth picks a fight here with Skarner.
Skarner does get a 2-man ult, but it doesn't really mean much. He's just making sure that Coda is set up for that set W right in his face. Mordekaiser does ult. Does a flash so that the set ult does not go backwards into the team. Caitlyn is setting up traps. Coda is TPing back top.
Trying to get that top tower.
And he has a fresh wave coming towards him, ready to take that tower with him. And nobody's coming to contest him as of yet. It looks like they're rotating there now.
Oh, and
Zerath is just opting
ulting
to ult the wave.
Very good idea from Zerath, honestly. He probably would have taken that tower. Bot kills Caitlyn on their tower. That's huge.
Mordekaiser does not have ultimate here, so posturing up here might be disastrous, but he
Bot
is
lane
building
picks
some
bot
armor
tower.
finally.
Senna kills Seraph, and they kill the Senna.
And I do believe he might be building Unending Despair. Don't quote me on that. There are just a lot of items now that have chainmail vests. We're looking for a 4-1 split here.
Dragon's coming up again.
3
1
people on
minute.
our team dead. We should just be collapsing into one lane. There's not much that 2 people can do to stop us. Instead, we were going for the Baron. Honestly, I do think that is a better choice
Baron's
here.
not a bad call here. Or they might just be collapsing on the Mord.
We're just taking more of this Skarner stuff while he is unable to do anything about it. Mordekaiser almost has ult up, so they need to finish this fight quickly.
And they do get the Mordekaiser here.
Whew.
It's big. Now,
Caitlyn ult is
looks
tanked by
like
Dr. Mundo.
they might go for Baron here. 15 seconds on Dragon, though. That would be soul for them. And we are committing to the Baron. Good.
A little bit of a higher stakes game going on here. They do have a lot more snowball potential in this comp. And Moore did have a little bit more of a lead as time went on, but Coda is slowly closing as time goes on for him. He probably will have a full item when he backs here. If not, he will be very close to it.
And they run straight to Dragon. Good. Looks like they'll fight just for Dragon here.
Honestly, Coda should not be the one coming top here because he does not have any TP. Instead, it should be
That
Brecken,
is
but
true, yes.
UA will have 5 here, so they need to get this assassination on
Ooh.
Senna. Brecken realizes that, and he
Kill.
takes it.
Seraph
Looks like
trying
Zerath is
to kill
ulting.
here.
Brecken is dodging.
Ooh, a
He
little
is
bit
one
close.
shot.
Oh,
Caitlyn flashes for the
flashes
Q,
and
misses.
They
Ash
do
ult
get
hits
the
on
kill
Caitlyn, while Mord
here.
TPs to go match Coda. They will get the kill on Caitlyn, and Zerath is running for his life. He sees the Dr. Mundo barreling towards him. All the while, Skarner is exploring Summoner's Rift, trying to get what gold he can. Jesse's now 70 farm up on this.
Looks like he's gonna run in and try to kill the Seraph.
And he will
they
kill the
just get away
Zerath
with
in
it.
his face once again.
They get that
Kill
turret
goes to
in.
Chris. He's being very generous this time.
Still
Mordekaiser's
fighting.
getting absolutely chunked. Chris is doing so much damage to him. Skarner
gets
will kidnap
kidnapped.
Chris to take under turret. Turret does not aggro to him.
Oh, and they almost killed Skarner on the turret.
And Infernal Soul damage is proving beneficial for this long fight we have going on here.
Brecken's pushing bot down.
And we
Caitlyn
do
gets
take the
caught in
Caitlyn under
power.
turret.
This is
Skarner wants some of that, sees the low health Dr. Mundo, sees the low health Seraphine, but he can't do anything about it. He's the only one left alive, and he has to defend by himself.
The pick off on the Scar.
Looks like he went for a
Huge.
Stare X. I didn't even notice that.
Ooh, sorry. Check second item.
Brecken has a shield of his own. Pop is Seraph's Parox, and looks like we will
Looks
get
like
that
that
final
is
execute on the
game.
Xerath, and it looks like that is
Hopefully
GG
they
for
could
ECU.
defend, and that was a really clean game from ECU here.
Looks like we finished the game with almost
It's almost a perfect
almost
game.
a
I won't
20,000
lie.
gold lead.
All drags. They did get Herald, they did get Baron. Really, really big game from ECU.
Brecken once again leading in CC. I don't think I saw him miss a W that game.
Most damage from Syndra and Mundo, not surprised.
Total damage champions, yeah. Syndra leading. Dr. Mundo, he was just playing in that Xerath's face all
Mori
game.
was the only one that got
Not
to deal
a
a lot of
single
damage on their
death.
team. That was mainly into set, which is tanky, heals back up. So
I do know that most of his abilities do physical damage, so let's see that. Yep.
yeah. All those cleavers.
Jesse was just a super tank that game. He was taking all sorts of damage.
Not surprising. He did
Koda's set was tanking against Mordekaiser,
all
building
Mort-
full AP the entire game, and
all of
Jesse
them.
almost had as much magic damage taken as him.
Olmort's damage was kind of just focused on Koda, so it was kind of inflated, if you'd say.
Alright, let's look at turret damage. Yep. He did not get a
Nobody
chance
really
to touch the
touched any
turret all game,
turrets.
while Koda was killing them under turret, and they didn't touch turret once. Koda once again doing insane turret damage. Chris is actually pulling up the leaderboard.
As ADCs should
I do
be.
think he was there for most of the turrets taken. As for objectives, Jesse did quite a bit. Chris was doing quite a bit. He was just bursting.
Yeah,
everything.
the second game, they couldn't really fight for any of the objectives compared to ECU.
Yeah, Chris was just everywhere. He's rotating very, very well. Just phenomenal improvement from every member of ECU. They are just, man. I'm not sure if y'all feel the same way, but I'm just so glad that I've seen not just great performance from the get-go, but improvement over time. Just in 4 series, we've seen drastic improvement in macro and team play. There are a few faults we've had this game, but we have had a lot less notes on stream than we have had in the past 3. So it is just a joy to see them grow together as a team. Once again, this is a brand new team. These guys have never played together until this season, so it is just wonderful to see them play. Miguel, you have any notes?
No, that was really good. Both games kind of not, I won't say a stomp, but they were stomps. Everybody did really good in these games. Even Koda, which he was behind, but he was still doing everything he had to do, not turbo feeding or anything, even though he was behind. Overall, really good performance by everybody.
And I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but in the late game, he did pull away with more gold earned.
Mm-hmm.
And he did finish with a higher KDA, and that just goes to show, even though he's behind, he was playing for the team. He was playing to be a side lane threat, and he was rotating to team fights, making sure that everybody was accessible, everybody was ready to be killed, and there were a few mishaps with set R's almost killing Brecken, but overall, just wonderful performance from all of them. Ali once again proving that it's a support diff once again. Is shields for everybody. Actually, do want to see that. Ally shielding. Ally shielding. It looks like Senna pulled through with her R by just a hair, but Ali was shielding quite a bit, and
shielding and healing for sure.
I do believe that was a key factor in a lot of us escaping unscathed in most of these team fights. Brecken escaping by a hair narrowly quite a few times, so it just comes to show how well we are playing together, how well we're playing for each other, and yeah, we can just ride this all the way to the finals and continue to improve, continue to play well, and yeah, that's it. So as for the stream, I thank you guys for coming, and once again, if you have any midterms or exams or anything, please study. Your student life comes first.
Mhm.
And as for the stream, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
It was a joy to have y'all here. Even though Connor was not here, I'm sure that he would say the same. And I will see you guys in the next stream.
Yeah. You guys have a good
Bye-bye.
night.